What's up, YouTube? It's your man Truth coming at you again. Wanted to drop some information to you guys. I laugh because sometimes I forget what I'm actually about to say. But if what I want to talk to you today is just about utilizing, the cards you were dealt, if that makes sense, right? So, if you guys can do me a favor and like, subscribe, and comment on the video, it really would help me out to grow the channel. But anyway, let's jump into it. Utilizing the cards you were dealt. Now, society would have you believe that if you're not 6 foot with 6 figures and a 6-pack, you're just not going to get it done, right? No one's going to like you. You're never going to get any women. And, pretty much it's over for you, right? It's hopeless, right? And, I'm here to tell you that that's completely false, right? I say that because, I'm 5'9", and I am, I'm married, and, obviously, I think I look good, but, some people might not find me that attractive, right? But, I took what I had available to me and I made the most of it. And I think that's what's lacking in a lot of situations nowadays, is that people are not taking advantage of, what they have. They're not making the best out of the cards they were dealt. And obviously there's some delusion as well, because some guys are not playing in the field that is available to them, I just heard it said that, as you get older, especially a lot of us older guys, we like women who like us, right? I said that in another video. I mess with those who mess with me. I am not going to try to convince anyone to like me, right? Either there's a vibe there and I can build off of that, and pretty much it's up to me to destroy whatever chemistry we might have, right? I like those who like me. I'm not going to, go out of my way to try to convince you to like me. I've heard about so many disaster scenarios where guys, see a girl out and, he's bending over backwards trying to get this particular woman to, go out with him. He's, on the verge of begging. And I mean, some guys actually do beg, give me a shot, I promise if if you let me take you out, you'll just have the best time. I can show you I'm this, I can show you I'm that. There's a certain amount of game to be ran with any conversation, right? But the choosing signals are already there. Majority of the time, when you're asking a woman out on a date, if you're aware, she's already giving choosing signals. She's making you aware that she's open to the possibility of you guys pursuing more than just this particular conversation, right? But some guys are so strung out on a woman that they'll do anything to try to get that date. And the crazy part about it is, a lot of women are just going to go out with you because they're bored, or they might tell you yes because they think you're a creep and they want you to get away from them. So they're doing anything to at least end the conversation so that they can, move away from it. And you got to be aware of those signs. But that's a tangent from on another level. I mean, I'm not going to get into that right away. We'll probably circle back to that later date, maybe in this video. But what I want to talk about is utilizing what you already have dealt. So you don't have to be the best of the best, right? But you want to give your best, right? What I mean by that, you should be, a lot of times if you just do a little bit, you'll come out on top, just a little bit. Obviously some guys are not putting their best foot forward when they come out the house. The clothes are not fitting them well. They're not being presentable and decent when they approach approach a woman, and then wondering why she's turned off. I mean, some of us think we don't take care of proper hygiene, right? But we expect this woman to just ignore that and find the value in you, or or fix you up and take you as you are, when the person you are is pretty below standard. It's below your own standard, right? So I say utilize what you already have, because you can take, you can operate on a certain level, and if you're not delusional, because like I said, if you're a 5, you're an average guy, unless you have a way above average income and way above average confidence, and I'll circle back to that confidence thing. Majority of the times, you're not going to get a 10. You're not going to get a 10 or 9 or even an 8. But if you utilize what you have, right? So let's say you're not the tallest guy, you might not be the best looking guy. You need to be, every time someone sees you, you need to leave an impression, right? So that means that, you need to be smelling good. You need to be looking good. And I'm not a proponent of going out there and telling you, you got to spend a whole bunch of money on clothes. But you need to make sure that the clothes you are picking are age appropriate. Me, I used to be flashy when I was younger. As I've gotten older, I've decided not to have as much flash. Because sometimes flashiness sends off the wrong signal. Even if I enjoy jewelry. I've always enjoyed jewelry. I grew up, with a jeweler as my grandfather. Well, he dabbled in jewelry. He didn't have a shop, but he bought and sold jewelry and resold jewelry. So I always was, enamored by the pieces that he had, and it lasted with me into an adulthood. But what I say by attracting giving off the wrong sentiment, not only does it bring the wrong type of criminal activity attention to you, but it can also bring the wrong type of woman to you as well. Let's say you out here, you got on nice watch, nice jewelry, you're trying to show off and be flashy. Now you have the woman that's interested in you because she thinks that you're going to be able to spend some of that money she sees on her, right? And now, this particular woman is attracted to you for the wrong reasons. And, she might be trying to put her best foot forward because she's trying to get into your bag, right? So I am always been the proponent of, I don't have to be the flashiest, if that makes sense. But if she is looking at me, she's not going to be disappointed, right? I wear a lot of my jewelry, as one of my favorite YouTubers say, with the neck profile, like, I wear my jewelry, my chains and things under my shirt, because you would already have to be looking at me to notice that I am wearing something. Almost like, he's cute. I want that reaction. Like, you already saw me, you already were checking me out, and everything that you checked me out, when you looked at me was, I was checking off boxes, right? I had on, some nice shoes, nice clothes, and then for me, being that I never thought I was, the most attractive guy even when I was younger. I mean, I felt as I got older, I grew into my looks a little bit more. But when I was younger, I didn't have that confidence in the looks department. But what I did have confidence in was I can talk, right? I felt that if I was able to talk to a woman and just get to know her, my fear, my lack of fear in approaching people was always my advantage. I would spend time just having conversations, and I would talk to women as if they were just women, and that's what they are. I mean, sometimes we have that stigma or that fear of women just because they may look good or they or have a lot going on. So now you're treating them like they're a different species, when at the end of the day they're just another human being just like you, right? So they have the same physiological processes that your body has. Not obviously some big differences, but they get hungry, they sleep, they use the bathroom, all those things that we do. And if you talk to them just like that, without that particular fear, I found that particular confidence, or that show of confidence, gets you a lot farther, and it's got me a lot farther. in life. So what I would recommend to a lot of young men is just start having conversations. Obviously fix yourself up, right? Because honestly, if you walk up to a woman and you looking pretty busted, you're going to be a creep. And you might get accused of sexual harassment because you don't look well put together. You come trying to talk to a woman, you look like a bum. You immediately give them creep vibes, even if you had none. So, but when you walk up to a woman just to ask her about her day and talk to her about her day, and like, hey, how you doing? I hope you have a good day, or find something that is interesting. And it has to be an appropriate setting, guys. I'm not telling you to go stalk women in the grocery store. Now, it may work for you if she's already looking at you, but grocery store would be, hey, I can't find this. You shop here often. I'm trying to make a meal. You know where this might be, stuff like that. But you got to be careful in scenarios that are not inviting for you to have that conversation, right? Unless you already have some indication that she's amicable to having a conversation, especially in this day and age, right? But you gotta get out and start having conversations with people to build up that confidence. A lot of guys out here, and they have zero confidence because they don't talk to women. They don't have conversations with women, and I think that confidence will take you a long way, even if you don't have the rest of the package. Right? There's a lot of guys out there who are very confident, who might not have been the best lookers, might not have the most money, but because they were confident and were able to talk to someone without that fear, they were able to get something done. And a lot of guys who had money didn't get done. I know I've experienced that in my life. I've been in certain situations, or certain scenarios where a guy might see me with a girl, but how did he get her? Or how did he make that happen? I had the confidence to say something, and that confidence came because I had my best foot forward. Right? I looked good, I smelled good. And so when I walked up and talked to her, I wasn't self-conscious about how I looked, or the image that I was presenting, right? So that gave me the confidence to walk up and talk to the particular girl, and then from there, that confidence allowed me to have a smooth and casual conversation, which led me, built on my confidence. Right, so the more I built on my confidence, the more I'm able to talk to women that are attractive, at least attractive to me, the more I'm able to, Lord have mercy, where's all this traffic coming from? The more, Lord have mercy, where's all this traffic coming from? Sorry guys, I'm taking this particular road in my town, in my city, and it's never really had traffic on it, and it's like an abundance of traffic, which is kind of weird. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, as far as having the confidence levels and everything like that, and you got to put yourself forward. You got to put yourself out there. In order for you to put yourself out there, you got to have some confidence, and that starts in the way you dress and utilizing what you already have. So you need to start working on yourself, right? So you need to start taking care of your personal hygiene. You need to start, caring about what you put on. Like I said, once again, I'm not telling you to go out there and spend a bunch of money on clothing, because that's a piss poor investment in the long run. But the clothing you do wear needs to be well put together. And there's plenty of fashion channels out there you guys can look at to get some ideas on what to wear. I'm not going to pretend that I'm a fashion guru. I like to look good when I dress up. I like to look good when I'm out and about. But I'm obviously not a fashion guru. And, obviously I'm an older guy, I'm 41, so I may not be up on a lot of trends. I don't believe in trends anyway, but I believe that, you should have some classic staples, because classics never really go out of style. I would lean you towards more classic wear than trendy wear, but that's just me. But anyway, so what I would tell guys is just to work on yourself. Maybe you need to get in the gym. You need to be healthy, because that's another way you can overcome some of your confidence issues, is by getting in the gym and working out, right? Shaving those pounds off, losing some weight, taking care of your hygiene, and finding out what colors and what particular fits make you look the best, right? You want to make sure that like I always say, you work with you need to start making some more money, guys. Confidence can also be brought by how much money you have. If you know you're going out and you're going to ask a girl or a woman to spend some time with you, and you have, some good resources, you're more confident about asking her because you got the money, right? So you gotta get some more money, and get some more money may mean working more hours. Taking some time off the video games, taking some time off of, lounging on the couch and watching TV, and actually putting in some effort to earning some more money and maybe, increasing your skills. So let's pledge that we're going to work on ourselves in 2025, and we're going to be the best versions that we can be. But anyway, this is, I'll definitely circle back to this, and we'll have more conversations about this in the future. But for now, I want you guys to really take an inventory of who you are and what you want to accomplish for, not just 2025, but, in the future, and start deciding who you want to be and start being that person. I'm a proponent of the phrase, be, do, have. If you be the person that you want to be and do the things that person would do, you'll have the things that person has. Be, do, have, guys. But anyway, this is true. I have my destination now. I appreciate you guys taking the ride with me. If you can do me a favor once again and like, subscribe, and comment on the channel if you have some additional ideas, I would definitely appreciate it. Until next time, guys.